Hey everyone, so in this video I want to talk about numbers and mindset. I firmly believe you can run any business by numbers. So you can move the needle backwards, forwards, just by purely focusing on the numbers and having those core KPIs that you track and your activity levels that you track on a daily basis helps the mindset. It really does. This is a big mindset hack. Now, in the scaling level of the program, I'll go through the KPIs that you need to check, and I'll give you the sheets that you need to be using to actually track them. But I just want to dig into the mindset behind it all, because some people aren't numbers people, and that's fine. But really, I want to really hammer home the importance of why numbers really are the key fundamental to everything. So as you scale, your numbers, get bigger and bigger. You do more transactions through your business. You've got more staff. You've got more stuff going around, and it gets quite hard to stay focused on everything. So you want to have some core KPIs, and from those KPIs, you can tell instantly whether the business is moving forward, moving backwards. So, for example, on a Monday, I will look at what the bank balances are across all the bank accounts. Just seeing those increasing gives me a mindset of, okay, yeah, we're still heading in the right direction. I'm not panicking, and it just gives me that little, that little drop of just sort of success, and it just wants to motivate me that week to kick forward. I will look at what the sales pipeline was in terms of sort of service accommodation, HMOs, single lets, the cleaning business, the project management business, all the different elements of the business within the business. And again, I like to see the needle moving forward. It just gives me that little boost of confidence that we're doing the right thing, we're acquiring more properties, and we're moving in the right direction. Similarly, if it goes the other way, it can have a bit of a negative mindset, but what it tends to create is the desire to, right, I've got to fix this, I've got to get out there, that's a bottleneck, I've got to focus on it. So for me, it doesn't really demotivate me. It actually creates more motivation to go and want to fix it. So you're getting the more motivating side of a negative result, and you're getting the pat on the back success side of seeing the figures going forward. I'll track refurbishment costs, I'll track maintenance costs, I'll track things like that, again, just so I know what we're doing. But in terms of viewings, sales, number of conversations we're opening, number of offers we're making, and number of marketing posts that we're putting out there, they're all core KPIs that we have in such a way we attach it to financial results, and then we can actually see, for example, a deal sourcer that works for us might be running at £350 per viewing, or some of them are into the thousands per viewing. Now, you might be thinking, well, how does that work? Well, you're basically tracking how many viewings you're going on, and then you're tracking the profitability of the deal once it's secured, and that equals X per viewing or X per offer made. And just seeing that number in itself motivates the staff. It motivates me to think, all right, I've got to go and do this viewing. It might not be the right fit, but every viewing I go on is worth X amount of money. And when you start thinking that way, it motivates you and keeps you fueled to move forward. And I've said many times before that half the battle in this game is keeping motivated and consistent with the daily actions. If you stay consistent and you commit to the cause every single day, you're going to have bad days. You're going to have bad weeks. You might even have bad months, but where you're not acquiring very little. You feel like you're doing the work, the effort's going in, but you're just not getting there. You've got to just stay with it, because the process works. Over time, the process works. But if you stop, if you quit, you fail. The only time you will fail is if you quit, okay? If you continue to work with the process, hammer it home, make sure your numbers are growing each week, then the rest of it should take care of itself. And the core KPIs that we focus on, again, covered later on in the scaling part of the program, will allow you to identify where you need to make changes, okay? So that's really, really important. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to jump into the group, and I just want you to post a few, let's say 5 core KPIs that you're currently tracking for your business. And if you haven't got 5, then that's fine. Just write how many you are, but just write the core KPIs you're tracking in your business right now. drop a post into the group and we can just start hammering that backwards and forwards and just sharing a bit of content around that.